Can you believe it's July already? June favorites and fails coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. Today will be a relatively short video. I wanted to put up my June favorites and fails. There's not a ton for June. In the summer months, generally there's not as many product releases or new products that I'm talking about. And with everything going on, I think there's been a little bit less. Also, I tried not to buy as much in May and June. I mean, I didn't do great, but I did okay. I think July, this month, is gonna be a relatively low spend month. But I wanted to go through my favorites and my fails and give you an update about, where I am with all of those. So let's start with my favorites. So the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. Absolutely adore the palette. The shades are gorgeous. Love the formulas. I really like all the different types that are in the palette. The duochromes, the creams to mattes. I love all of the shades. There are shades up my alley though. Those are the shades that I enjoy. I really like a warm color story a lot of the time, just because I think it makes my blue eyes pop a little bit more. But also, as I've said before, my skin kind of goes cool to neutral. So if something is warm based, it doesn't actually look that warm on me unless it's like orange. And then if it's like orange, that doesn't work. But copper shades and burgundy shades and those types of things, gold, usually work pretty well for me. So I love the palette. I did not pick up the face palette. And from everything I've seen other content creators talk about, I don't think the bronze palette is right for me. For my skin tone, for my fairness, for my cool tone skin, the face palette probably isn't right. I would love to hear from all of you which of the other face palettes from Natasha Denona you think I should pick up. The Bloom, the Love, the Tan. Maybe there's, one of those that you think that you would recommend for someone like me. I have her Super Glow in the Fair. I love that highlighter. It's a very icy highlighter. It works really well for me. So I like her face products. It's just, I haven't picked up any of her palettes, her face palettes. The Marc Jacobs collection that came out, I love all of it. The gold collection. The mascara is my favorite. This is the Marc Jacobs At Lashed. Love this mascara. I'm holding it close. It's gorgeous on me. For me, it works really well. Lengthens, curls a little bit, buildable, just beautiful. Didn't have fallout. I can't say enough good things. The liners are gorgeous. I have two shades that I already have. Another one I just ordered, which is Pewter Please, which is just, I don't know, it makes me laugh. So it's the gold line. The shadows looked gorgeous. The liners are beautiful. I mean, I just loved it. I did not pick up the brow products. That is something that I might do in the future. I'm very picky about my brows. I have problems with my brows. I don't know. To me, they never look good. So, I don't know. I need to get them microbladed. But anyway, so I haven't tried that. But the rest of the line, absolutely loved his collection. I believe it's limited edition. If you're on the fence about it, I really would suggest picking it up. I'm not the kind of person who's like, oh, you should absolutely get that if something is not worth it. It's a beautiful collection, and the eyeshadows have amazing payoff. The mascara is really excellent, truly. If you're gonna pick up anything from the collection, get the mascara. The liners are gorgeous, but he has those liners, those particular shades, the 5 gold shades are limited edition, but the formula seems pretty much the same to the other formula that he has. I love his liners. They're like gel and they're gorgeous, and but I think he's got like 20 other shades. So, you could pick them up at any time. The Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2. Do I really? I mean, it's Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2. Totally worth the hype. Totally gorgeous. Love it. The VR Sextraterrestrial, which I cannot say without basically laughing, is a beautiful shade. I actually want to do a video soon. I might do it for my Will I Buy It with just that shade on all over my lid, because depending on how you look, you get like 4 different shades. I mean, it's, again, Pat McGrath, Divine Rose 2. So I'm just gonna leave it there, because what else is there to say? The Charlotte Tilbury Bronzer. So I actually think I picked this up earlier, but I don't think I mentioned it as one of my favorites in my May favorites. I'll have to go back and look, but if I did, I'm mentioning it twice. I have it in fair and medium now. And I still believe, Charlotte Tilbury, if my channel ever gets big enough to where you hear this, or maybe someone else hears it and says it to her, I would love a shade in between with the fair and the medium, a light shade in the bronzer. Because I love the bronzer. The bronzer is gorgeous, and it blurs imperfections, and it stays on, and it looks gorgeous, and the thing is huge, and I love it. But the fair is very fair, and the medium is a little too dark. I mean, am I gonna use them? Yes, absolutely. Did I spend the money to buy them? Yes, absolutely. Do I love them? Yes, absolutely. But I would really love a shade in between. That's the only reason that I don't, talk about them more. The Wayne Goss Artist Brushes. So these are the brushes, and I did a whole review on them. They're beautiful brushes. They are stunning to look at. They are incredibly soft. And I think depending on what you were looking for in a brush, these could either be the best thing you ever bought or a large fail for you, because they are so soft and so light that they don't deposit a lot of product. If you're looking for something like a Sonia G worker brush, this is not gonna be what you want. And they are expensive. I personally love them because of the type of skin I have. And I say this all the time, I have very sensitive, rosacea prone skin. It's very dry. These brushes are working really well for me for the reasons that I'm using them. The medium size one or the small one I put under my eye with the By Terry hyaluronic powder, it's perfect. It works perfectly for me. And when I want to set a little bit of powder on my eyelid, I do the same thing with the small one. The bigger one, the big brush, the large brush, I'm using it as a very light diffusing of some of the stronger pigmented blushes that I have, because I don't like a strong blush look. And I have some blushes that are heavily pigmented. To be honest with you, I don't know why I have them, but I do have them. And I don't use them like ever, because I look too red or pink. But with the large Wayne Goss brush, it's perfect. But again, if you have different skin types, none of that might matter to you. You might not really care if your brush is super soft. I mean, even soft brushes irritate my skin, which is why I use sponges a lot to put on my foundation. You've probably noticed lately, I've been using sponges almost all the time instead of my brushes. It's because I haven't been able to get my allergy shots for 4 months. And it's showing up on my skin. My skin is reacting. It's getting very red. I kind of get, sometimes when I have like a V-neck, you'll notice it. I have blotchiness, redness on my skin. It's because my skin is irritated by everything because I haven't been taking my allergy shots. I am back on my allergy shots, and so hopefully in a couple of months I'll get back into an equilibrium. But in the meantime, my skin is being very reactionary to everything. My eyelids, all of it. So these brushes, I don't want to say they saved my skin, because they didn't, but I can use them. And some of the other brushes I just can't use at all because they're just too irritating. On a normal basis, they're not, but right now they are. So for me, I want to say thank you to Wayne Goss for creating the brushes, because for someone like me, they are extremely helpful. One other thing that I want to mention, which I have to get, hold on. So one other favorite of mine for the month, and I've only actually shown one of these, is the e.l.f. mini palettes. And I'm doing this so you can see. I really like them. I like them so much that I went out and bought every single color story. Now, that's not hard to do because they're $3. Yes, $3. They are bite-sized eyeshadows, and they are amazing quality. Really, pigmented, beautiful color stories. I love the names. We've got pumpkin pie, carnival candy, acai you, hot jalapeno, rose water. What's this one? Oh, truffles, which is the one I did the video with, and cream and sugar. In fact, check out my very good friend, Yadi Beauty. I did a collab with her and two other lovely ladies a couple weeks ago. She has a video where she uses, I believe, the hot jalapeno. I'll put her information down below. Yadi Beauty is a lovely lady, relatively new to YouTube like myself, has a tremendous amount of energy, really is extremely sweet and honest and upfront about all the things that she's, doing and working with her skin and her beauty routine. You'll love her channel if you haven't checked her out already. But she does something on hot jalapeno. I forget which video, but and I've seen others, Samantha March. There's a whole bunch of YouTubers, content creators that have talked about these bite-size eyeshadow palettes. They're just phenomenal. And $3. So, if you're not sure and you're like, okay, well, I just get one. Spend $3, get one. I think coffee's more expensive than that. I don't drink coffee, but, get an eyeshadow palette and try it. I think you'll love it. Okay, so the things that I would consider fails. And this is gonna be a little controversial, I guess, sort of. First are the Christian Louboutin lipsticks. I actually got them I think in May, but I did the video in June and I used them in June. I haven't used them on camera since I did the review. And that's because they're okay. I mean, they're nice. They're really nice. They're beautiful packaging. They're beautiful packaging. They're nice lipsticks. And there was only one shade that I was like, oh, it's gorgeous, I love it, have to have it. That shade I will definitely use in the fall. It's a little too burnt amber, orange, brown, whatever, for right now. I'll definitely use that in the fall. And I do really enjoy that particular shade and that color. But they're very expensive lipsticks. They're like $100. For $100, it should walk my dogs for me. I mean, look, I love luxury makeup. I love luxury makeup because it's something that I love, and for me and collecting it, I enjoy it. There are a lot of people out there who collect all kinds of things. People collect art, people collect paintings, people collect, little stuffed animals. People collect all kinds of stuff. I enjoy gorgeous makeup. I enjoy the packaging. I enjoy having it. I enjoy feeling it. I enjoy using it. And that is what collecting, or in my opinion, should be about. You enjoy it. You get a thrill from it. I love using the makeup. Don't let anybody else tell you that there's anything wrong with that. But it is expensive. And, if you're going to invest, and if I'm going to give advice to all of you about what you should invest your dollars in, you probably, maybe you're like me and you love just the packaging and it's gorgeous and you like to have all the different colors and that's great. And if that's why you're buying it, more power to you. But most people are buying makeup based on something that works well for them, that makes them feel good about themselves, makes them look prettier if that's what they're looking for, or maybe they like just really shiny things, whatever. But you want a return on your investment. If you spend a certain amount of money for something, you expect that in return. There are many, many beautiful lipsticks out there that don't cost $100. And that's why I consider it a fail. The Tom Ford lipsticks are very expensive, but they're all beautiful. At least all the ones I've ever used are gorgeous, lots of shades, different, you have lots of different things to choose from, and they're cheaper. The Hermes lipsticks, I absolutely adore. They're cheaper. There's a whole, and I could go into my favorite lipsticks someday. I have so many lipsticks. I have like 200 lipsticks. Charlotte Tilbury makes gorgeous lips. There's so many, and the price point is usually about half. So for me, that's a fail. I'm not saying they're not beautiful lipsticks. They are, and they work really well. No doubt. I think the price point is just too high. And that's just my personal opinion. The other fail that I've had, which again, I think is based on expectation, is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palettes. There was so much build up to try to get them. The first time they were released on the Tom Ford website for like 5 seconds and then they were gone. Then they were on Nordstrom. I was able to get 3 of them. The one that I really should have bought, the deepest shade, which I know doesn't really fit, which is why I didn't buy it, but I actually like those colors the best. I should have bought. They're all beautiful. The formula is really nice. The Moonlit Violet is my favorite overall and actually looks really nice on me and I do enjoy it. But I wasn't wowed by any of the color stories. It's not like I bought, you know, one of his quads and was like, oh, this is my next go-to quad. It really wasn't. And the shades in there, the highlighters and the contours or bronzers, they didn't really fit with the other color stories. It was just, I mean, you can look at my reviews. It was kind of a mishmash. So again, like the Christian, are they bad? No. Are they good quality? Yes. Are the colors really pretty? Yes. Will I wear them? Yes. But for me, it's a fail because I was expecting something so much better than that. Hopefully, you know, if the Moss Agate is ever re-released, so if they ever get more stock, I will buy the 4th Intensity because I really do love that color story to see how that works for me. But I would say, you know, if they are re-released and you love Tom Ford and you're a collector of, you know, gorgeous makeup and you want it as part of your collection, absolutely. But if you were like, is it the best thing? Honestly, what I would say is buy one of his eyeshadow quads and the Terra bronzer. Or his highlighter, cream highlighter and contour, which I cannot remember the name of. I'll put it in the description. I have it in 0.5. It's a cream product. It's a highlighter and a contour or a bronzer, depending on, you know, which one you buy. But because the shades, you could get something dark enough that it would work as a bronzer for you. But I like those better, personally. So I'm just saying, that's my opinion. Not that I don't like them, but they're not as amazing as I had hoped. I'm just going through, there are a couple of other things that I actually am loving, but I have not talked about them on air yet because I am so behind in videos. A lot of this has to do with some shipping issues that I've had. I haven't received the products that I was waiting for certain videos, so everything's kind of getting a little bit backlogged, but that's okay. It's all right. If that's the worst thing that's going on, I can certainly handle that. But, you know, they'll probably come up in my July favorites, so. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you have a great day. If you could hit like, if you could hit subscribe, that would be awesome. And hopefully I'll see you in another video really soon. Thanks, bye-bye.